Going everyone, it's Louis Crypto here. I'm back with another Vechain update for you guys. Thank goodness. If you've been following me on my Twitter page, you would have known that I mentioned to everyone to move your stop loss to entry so that this became a risk-free trade, as we had profited from over 4 trades in the last 2 weeks or so. We mentioned that this doesn't even matter if it goes wrong. And it doesn't even matter even more because we move stop loss to entry in the end. So very nice that, again, yes, we would have preferred for it to hit take profit 1 and take profit 2 to take some profits out of this trade. But at least the main thing is we're doing something that 95% of the people aren't doing, which is entering the market and not losing money. So yeah, we didn't make money in this trade, but we didn't lose money either. And unfortunately, 95% of the people can't say the same. So yeah, very nice that although was in profit, we moved stop loss to entry and we actually secured our money in terms of, we of course lost out on the profits that were made inside of that trade, but we're only taking profits at this location and this location. So by moving my stop loss to entry just like this, we're essentially showing that if price does come back down and test that area and even comes down as low as this and goes to this point, I'm not taking a 3% times whatever leverage I'm using. So if I was using 10x leverage here, that could have been a 30% loss. But because stop loss was at entry, we lose absolutely nothing. And this is what I do suggest to my students. By protecting money, your capital, you're actually going to make money out of that. If I did not move my stop loss to entry, then I would have taken a big hit, guys. So luckily enough for me, I've been doing this for almost half a decade now, and I had the abilities to make this a risk-free position. So not what we wanted, of course. The belief and the reason for entry was we had this bearish pattern. Yeah, why are you entering a bull trade if there's a bearish pattern? Okay, I'm gonna explain it for you guys. And I'm gonna show you why we got rejected over here exactly as well. And thank goodness when we were up here, I suggested in my Discord community as well as on Twitter to move stop loss to entry. So we had this big bearish pattern, a head and shoulders pattern. And on that right shoulder, we were coming back down to the neckline where the 200 EMA sits, where the neckline is, to go ahead and lose it and validate this target back down to 1.6 cent. It's not necessarily that you will get down there, as there are also horizontal supports that could bring bounces. So even right now we are bouncing from this area of support, that if we go ahead and reclaim these key levels, we'll just go back on that original path. If I see us holding this as support, reclaiming the 200 EMA, reclaiming the 20 moving average and all the other moving averages, then I'll most likely enter this exact same position again, just with a different entry, probably the same stop loss as well. And if I do that, I'll of course let you guys know, of course first in the Discord community as well. But at the moment, we're not doing that. That's just in preparation if we do reclaim it. That is just letting you guys know that's probably what I will do. However, we are bouncing from there, but are we reclaiming that level? Not at the moment. So if we were on the smaller time frames, it could be like a corrective move up into this previous support now as resistance, to then eventually continue lower to these targets. But please do understand that 1 fib level is very important. It's actually stopping the reversal wave being completed. Right now we're trying to create the reversal wave. We got one more opportunity to reclaim it, which is by bouncing off this 786 fib. By losing this, it's pretty much confirmed we're creating the reversal wave to head down to these sets of targets over here between 1646 and 1723. This is like our layer of this defense right now. The reversal wave is created once you break past the golden pocket, the golden lines, and then finally a push through the 786. So we have had that push through the 786, but we haven't had that 4-hour close below it. And as this 4-hour close in the next 16 minutes will be above the 786 fib, then it will give us one last chance to flip this area back into support to head up higher. If this does not happen, then this move up is corrective to then continue lower. We would need to see the reaction at this area, not this specific level, but at this area. If you want a specific level, the 1 fib level, just need to go ahead and hold that for one more opportunity to do this. But otherwise, it would be just to eventually make the support weaker, head lower, and continue to these targets. So that's the bearish path. This is the expectation if we now fail to reclaim this path. But the reason why we entered the bull trade is because we were holding these areas for a long while, and we started to reclaim these key moving averages. So this is essentially why we entered this long position over here. But just to quickly end off this video, the reason why we got rejected as of where we did is because we can see to the left there was a lot of wick rejections, as well as it again being that golden pocket. So essentially measuring this move down, running into the golden pocket, then looking for that continuation lower. It's pretty much doing exactly as it should. So right now I'll get you some targets to the downside, and we can see that we've met the set of targets over here. So as I've mentioned before, even before we looking in depth detail using all these tools, we were essentially saying anyway, we need to reclaim that neckline, confirm it as support, and then go on this upward path. Otherwise, this is just a corrective move up, and we do eventually continue low. We've actually got some confluence now at the 1.272 over here. So keep that in mind. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Any further assistance, any further guidance, whether you want to join my chat, do my course, or get the one-to-one mentorship, just hit me a message on my Twitter. Otherwise, you can check out the links to my website found in the description. Thank you guys again. I'll catch you in the next one. And as always, peace.